Alright guys, we're back with the rodney1279's 400 subscribers for 3,000 video special. And we're going to do our second segment. Let me take the other CD out that I was messing with, because I had a movie in here earlier. We're going to do Jeopardy for the PS3. Hopefully I can win a bunch of dollars for y'all. Whatever I win on this segment will be going to my 400 subscribers. Right now, last time I checked, my subscriber number count is 409. So here we go. Get down to it. Going to the Jeopardy round first.
Jeopardy! Please welcome our contestants. Player 1. Player 2. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories. The A's.
The A's.
Museums.
Museums and the Animal Kingdom.
World
Facts.
Elvis
lyrics.
And recently discovered presidential ads. Okay, let's get back into this. Player 1. Liquid under pressure, released through a nozzle as a spray or foam. Yes, Player 1.
What is an aerosol?
Player 1. A recess or nook for something like a bookcase. It's Player 1.
What is an alcove?
Right you are. Player 1. To suspend a legal proceeding. Let's hear it, Player 1.
What is a germ?
Yep. Player 1. From the Greek for slope. It's to adjust to a new set of conditions. Let's hear it, Player 1.
What is accommodate?
Oh!
No, it's not accommodate.
Any other takers?
Oh, boy.
Okay, Player 2.
Oh.
He's going to get it by default.
Okay, player 3.
His acclimate.
Player 3, make a selection, please, as we continue. Here's Kelly to start us off.
In seismic data, the maximum displacement of a seismic wave during one oscillation, here 23 millimeters, is referred to by this term.
Here's the correct response. The amplitude.
Right, amplitude.
You get to pick again, player 3. Never let me go. You have made my life complete, and I love you so.
Know nothing about Elvis. Forgive me, guys.
We're talking about Love Me Tender. Please pick again, player 3. The warden said, hey buddy, don't you be no square. If you can't find a partner, use a wooden chair.
Think this is the only lyric I know.
Yes, player
Where's Jailhouse Rock?
Right. Where do we begin, player 1?
The Animal Kingdom for 200.
The Norway type of this infuriating rodent actually originated in Asia. It's player 1.
What is a rat?
Hey, you're right. Please pick
Animal
again,
Kingdom
player
400.
1. The eyes of these croaking critters usually bulge, but they retract and push down on the mouth to help in swallowing. Player 1.
What are frogs?
Right. You get to pick. The hermit type of this animal can twist its abdomen to one side so it tucks neatly into its home. Let's hear it, player 1.
What is a crab?
Good for you. We return. Let's go over to Sarah.
Sea lions have external ears, while true seals do not. However, they all belong to this suborder, Latin for fin-footed.
Okay, player 1.
What is Pinnipedia?
Yes. Player 1. The Hirola is also known as the four-eyed species of this African ungulate. Let's hear it, player 2. Sorry, that's wrong. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? It's player 1.
What is an antelope?
Right you are. Player 1. Pick again.
Let's do recently discovered presidential ads for
He said a
200.
nation half slave and half free can't exist. I say he's wrong. I'm Stephen Douglas, and I approve this message. Yes, player 1?
Who is Lincoln?
That's correct. Select again.
400.
So what if he's the first West Point grad president? Some say he drinks. You decide. I'm Horace Greeley, and I approve this message. Here's what we wanted. Ulysses S. Grant.
Okay, Ulysses S. Grant, okay.
Player 1. In
600.
1814, this general had a pirate, Jean Lafitte, help him in New Orleans. What's next? I'm John Quincy Adams, and I approve this message. It's player 1.
Who is... Who is Andrew Jackson?
Right you are. Player 1, you elect him. I say in 7 months the economy will be in shambles. I'm Al Smith, and I approve this message. Yes, player 3? Any other takers? It's player 1.
Okay, who is... I don't know, who is Herbert Hoover.
That is correct.
Herbert Hoover, yeah.
Select again.
1,000.
Alex Hamilton wants him to be president. Them's fighting words. I'm Aaron Burr, and I approve this message.
Backing off.
Here's what we were looking for. Thomas Jefferson.
Okay.
Player 1. Pick again.
Okay, let's do world facts for
Lots
200.
of peridot has been found on the island of Zeebrugge in this colorful sea off Africa. Player 1.
I'm going to go for where's the Red Sea?
Good for you. Select again. Let's go over to Jimmy.
Built with Andrew Carnegie's gift, the Peace Palace in this Dutch city houses the International Court of Justice.
It's player 1.
What is with Geneva?
Sorry, that's
No.
wrong. Anyone else want to try the correct response? Player 2.
The Hague, okay.
Player 2, you start. The great men of France, circa 1780, are immortalized in the Grand Homme Gallery of this museum. Here's the response we were looking for. The Louvre. Player 2, back to you. The highlight of Argentina's National History Museum in this city is Candido Lopez's historical canvases.
No idea.
Here's the response we were looking for. Buenos Aires.
Ah, makes sense.
Player 2, back to you for our next selection. And I'll hand it off to Jimmy.
New York's Museum of Modern Art exhibits paintings that feature this technique in which tiny dots of color seem to blend together.
Let's try it.
Okay, player 1.
What is pointillism?
Yeah, you're right.
Tiny dots of color. That's the clue.
Player 1, you start.
Museum
Works
David.
by Titian, Raphael, and others, sold by the USSR to Andrew Mellon, became the core of this DC museum. Player 1,
What is the Smithsonian?
nope.
Not the Smithsonian.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Here's the correct response. The National Gallery of Art. Player 1, you pick again, please.
Okay, museums, 1,000.
Answer, it's the Daily Double. You are in first place. You need to select your wager.
Let's do just $500.
Okay, here is the clue. The Athenaeum in Hartford, Connecticut bears the name of this founder. No relation to Longfellow.
Who is Daniel Wadsworth?
Congratulations, you're still in first, player 1. Please pick again, player 1.
World facts for 600.
1/3 of the people in this South American country live in Montevideo. Most of its 15 million sheep don't. Okay, player 1.
Let's try Brazil. Where's Brazil?
No. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Player 3? Right.
Uruguay.
Player 3, start us. Hordes of people know that Ulaanbaatar is this ancient Asian nation's capital. Here's what we wanted. Mongolia.
It's Mongolia.
Player 3, back to you. Mount Shikara in these mountains is the highest peak in Georgia, the country, not the state. Here's what we wanted. The Caucasus.
Okay.
Player 3, back to you for our next selection. If you can't come around, at least please telephone. Yes, player 2. Right.
Don't be cruel.
Player 2, where do we start? Ooh, I feel my temperature rising. Help me, I'm flaming. I must be 109. Yes, player 1.
What is burning love?
Good. And the last clue for $1,000. No such number, no such zone. Player 2.
Within the ghetto. Very funny.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
I'll try it for 1,000.
Player 1.
What is return to sender?
Yeah.
$6,700 for the first round. Not bad.
Player 2 will select first in Double Jeopardy.
And we're ready to do round number 2 of Jeopardy. Double Jeopardy.
Categories for the Double Jeopardy round are the sporting life,
Mm-hmm.
the Vatican, fictional characters.
Okay.
P is for physics,
Okay.
which president's cabinet, and retronyms. Player 2, you're in last place.
Which president's cabinet?
Treasury Secretary Timothy Geithner, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. It's player 1.
Who is Barack Obama?
Correct. Okay, let's get back in.
Let's go with fictional characters
The
for him.
Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Lucy gets into an old wardrobe and discovers this magical land. Okay, player 1.
What is Narnia?
Correct. Player 1. Snip, Snap, and Snurr, who star in a series of books, are brothers from this Scandinavian country. Here's the correct response. Sweden.
Okay, what is Sweden? Okay.
Player 1.
12
In the
of them.
Grimm tale, The 12 Dancing Princesses, 12 sisters dance so much that they wear out these every night. It's player 2. No. Any other takers? Okay, player 1.
I'm going to say where are the shoes?
That's correct.
Makes sense.
We return to you, player 1. This orphan befriends a goat herd named Peter when she's sent to live with her grandfather in the Swiss Alps. It's player 1.
Who is Heidi?
Yeah. We return.
Got a daily double. Good money here.
First of the daily double. And you're in the lead now.
I'm just going to be 300 in case if I miss, I can have an even 10,000.
And the daily double clue. She's the title heroine of Green Gables in a classic 1908 book.
Shoot. Who is Anne?
You have
I could have bid a lot more.
You get to pick again, player 1.
Okay, let's do P is for physics for
It's the
400.
P in P equals force times velocity. It's player 1.
What is force? Was power?
Good. Select again. This element, Pu, was first detected in a cyclotron at Berkeley in 1940. Player 1.
What is plutonium?
You got it. Select again. A cube is an example of a rectangular one of these. A Pink Floyd cover displays a triangular one.
With a
Here's
prism.
Player 1. Right you are. Player 1.
Oh, I'm finding these daily doubles too early.
The second double. And you're in the lead now. What are you going to wager?
2,000.
Okay, here is the clue. The bob of a simple one of these moves with simple periodic motion.
With a pendulum.
Congratulations, you're still in
No
first.
more daily doubles now.
Player 1, back to you.
P is for
It's an
physics.
elementary light particle, also called a fuzzy ball. Yes, player 1.
What is a photon?
Player 1, you pick again, please.
The sporting life for
You
400.
can weigh up to 147 pounds in this boxing class between lightweight and middleweight. It's player 1.
What is... Oh, boy. A welterweight?
You again.
Sporting
player
life
1.
standard.
1967 Memorial Coliseum in this West Coast city hosted the first Super Bowl. Green Bay beat Kansas City 35-10. Here's the response we were looking for. Los Angeles.
Oh, of course.
You again, player 1. In 2006, Massachusetts made this sport, invented there, the official sport of the Commonwealth. Here's the correct response. Basketball.
Oh, right.
You again, player
Let's
1.
get
Kelly's assistance on this clue.
Popular in the British Isles and the Commonwealth, it's the sport being played here.
Let's hear it, player 1.
What is rugby?
Right you are. Player 1. This ABC show debuted April 29th, 1961, with Jim McKay as host. It's player 1.
What is the wide world of sports?
Yes. You get to pick again, player 1.
Let's do retronyms for 400.
Retronyms were created by putting this word before coffee and gasoline. Yes, player 1.
What is unleaded?
Sorry.
Boy, I was on a
Anyone
roll
else
there.
hazard a guess on this? We're talking about regular.
Right, regular.
Please pick again. As opposed to digital, it's the kind of watch with a face and hands. Let's hear it,
Where's
player 1.
analog?
Good. You get to pick a... Merriam-Webster's example of a retronym is console this. Yes, player 1.
With television?
You are correct. Player 1. Frank Mankiewicz, the coiner of the word retronym, says one of his favorites is two-parent this. Okay, player 1.
What is household?
No. Sorry. Anyone else? Let's hear it, player 3. No, that's not right. Any other takers? Let's hear it, player 2. That's it. Player 2, you're in command of the board as we continue. Secretary of State Dean Rusk, both JFK and him. Here's the response we were looking for. Lyndon Johnson.
Okay.
Please pick again, player 2. Secretary of Education William Bennett. Secretary of State George Shultz. Here's what we wanted. Ronald Reagan. Player 2. Pick again. Secretary of Labor George Shultz. Attorney General John Mitchell.
Backing off here.
Here's what we wanted. Richard Nixon. Player 2. You pick again, please. Secretary of the Interior James R. Garfield. Secretary of War William Howard Taft. Player 2. Sorry. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this?
I'll throw a guess.
It's player 1.
Was Chester Arthur? Roosevelt was the answer.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Let's hear it, player 3. Good for you. Hey, you're on the plus side.
Okay.
Where do we begin, player 3? Crispin of Viterbo was the first one of these created by John Paul II. Okay, player 3. Sorry. That's right. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Okay, player 1.
Was a saint.
That's correct. Where do we begin?
Retronyms for
The
2000.
Washington Post called Live This a classic retronym. Here's what we were looking for. Drama. Player 1. Pick again.
Let's go with the Vagan 800.
You may not use cell phones or felt-tip pens when researching in the secret these.
I'll try it.
Okay, player 1.
What is the secret archives?
Right. Player 1. The four papal these churches include St. Peter's and St. John Lateran. The correct response is basilicas.
Basilicas, okay.
Player 1. The Inventario Manoscritti room is part of this Vatican building. It's player 2. Right you are. And the last clue for $2,000. The faithful can make offerings via cash or credit card to the fund called This Man's Pence. Player 3? Yep.
All right.
Only 2 of you will be going on to find...
I'm right away with this one.
Player 2. Here's today's final Jeopardy category. Artists. So, what's your wager? This is a good category. Here's the clue for you. In 1881, he wrote to Émile Zola, "I must soon leave Véteuil, and I'm looking for a pretty place by the Seine."
Who is Paul Cézanne?
Did you come up with the correct response? With that correct response,
Well, I missed.
you gain
At least I end up with $20,000.
response will drop your score by.
So I win this game,
Congratulations, player one. You are our new champion.
and my subscribers will get that $20,000 as well. Alright guys, that concludes the second segment. Stay tuned. The next segment will be the weakest link. Don't go away.